Yes.
Start, ma.
Just when the caterpillar thought the world is ending, it turned into a butterfly. A very good afternoon to one and all gathered here. I am T. Kirtana from the Electronics and Communication Department, St. Joseph Institute of Technology, St. Joseph's Group of Institutions, here to volunteer and compare today's enlightenment on the topic COVID-19 and cybersecurity. I now humbly welcome Dr. C. Jnana Kausalya Ma'am, Professor and Head of Staff and Student Affairs, to kindly take over and address the session.
Thank you, Kirtana. Good afternoon, Mr. Rex and dear participants. This is Dr. C. Jnana Kausalya, Professor and Head of the Department of ECE, St. Joseph's Institute of Technology, St. Joseph Group of Institutions, Chennai. On behalf of St. Joseph's Management and EDC Organizing Committee, it's my immense pleasure to welcome our today's session speaker, Mr. Rex, founder and CEO, Rex Cyber Solution, to enlighten on COVID-19 and cyber solution. Welcome, Mr. Hex. We are happy to receive you here. And our sincere gratitude to our beloved chairman, sir, Dr. B. Babu Manoharan, Managing Director, Madam, Mrs. Jessie Priya, Director, sir, Mr. Sashi Shekhar, and our Principal, sir, Dr. P. Ravichandran, for their constant support. And warm welcome to all dear participants. And I hope that you'll enjoy this session and also hope to have it as an interactive one. Welcome all participants and also welcome Mr. Rex. Now to brief about our guest of today's session, Mr. Rex. Mr. Rex Anthony is the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Rex Cyber Solution Private Limited and also the Chief Trainer of Hexter at Hexter Lab. He made his foray into the field of forensics as a research associate at the InterScience Academic Research Center. His company, Rex Cyber Solution Private Limited, has been listed in the top 17 among the most promising cybersecurity companies in India by Silicon India magazine and holds numerous positions in Tamil Nadu. He is best known as the Tamil Nadu executive of HANS Anti-Hacking Anticipation Society, an NGO based out of India that works with the clients across the world. Being a prolific speaker and a trainer, with a knack of explaining things with an utter simplicity, Mr. Rex has offered his guidance and expertise to more than 2,000 professionals and government officials and research centers like DRDO and to over 6,000 college students across top universities such as Anna University, SRM, and Amrita University. He is also playing a role of Karnataka and Puducherry State Head of Cyber Crime Awareness and Victim Counseling. His area of expertise includes combating cybercrime, cyber forensics and cyber law advising, cyber security control, and operational security. Welcome, Mr. Rex. Now the forum is for you to enlighten our participants with the COVID-19 and cyber solution. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the warm welcome. And I want to thank you for the management for the beautiful opportunity to engage with the students as well as the faculties on this situation. So before getting into the session, I just want to just make sure this session going to be an engageable one where we all going to discuss something, and through that we all going to be learn a lot of it. Okay, so so before getting into it, so we are in the pandemic, we are facing a lot of issues with the COVID, as well as on the same time we are facing a lot of problems in the cyber security field, right? So in that condition, so have you people faced any problems out of it, anything, so that we can start with that and we can go ahead, what are the things are happening in terms of cyber crimes, and then how we can secure ourselves and all the activities we will look into it. So can you please tell something which you have come across?
Rex, sir?
Yes.
So this is a live session going on in YouTube, so you cannot directly interact with all the participants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. Okay, then it's fine. Then we'll see that basically, see what a lot of cybercrimes are happening. The ratio is increased like anything. The economy of cybercrime is more than around 1.5 trillion as of today. It's declared by the US government, and the cybercrime economy is 1.5 trillion. So the entire in India, if you take it, we are facing a huge increase in cybercrime. We are seeing that we are addressing a lot of crimes as well. In that, what are the type of crimes or scams, particularly in cybercrime? What kind of scams are happening? We can list out something and we can talk about something here, and we will see how we can safeguard ourselves. For the first thing is due to COVID, there is a lot of scams are happening. Uh, in the COVID, what kind of scams are happening? If you ask, there is a lot of phishings are happening. Malwares are embedded with the phishing campaign. Recently, we are seeing that there is a lot of phishing campaign in the name of COVID insurance, as well as lot of gift medicines in the name of COVID was happening, and we are seeing it. That is the basic scenario we can talk about in terms of COVID. And what are the major attempts which is happening all through the pandemic through in cyberspace? If you see, the primary concern is gaining your personal informations, as well as the what kind of data they can collect, whether the ransomware they can put and get benefit out of it. In that way, when come to the personal information, it will starting from your system details, your network details, or that talking about infrastructure. If you're in more deep, you can talk about the credit card details, your birthday date, your personal details, like your email address, and which is related to the saved passwords. All the things we can collect into it. And the second scheme is buying or selling. See, during this pandemic, there is a lot of people started their home selling activities, like they started selling the small amount of organic foods, or even a lot of people doing tutoring in the online and uh, textiles. There is a lot of online sellings which is in a small way, which is started. In that segment, there is scams are happening and crimes are happening, like the fake buyers and sellers are coming up. And for the small people, there is a reason things are happening, like uh, they are giving a bulk order to you. So asking during that time, they will ask for a if you ask for a payment, they will send you a link which is stating that I can share you the payment by scanning the QR code or clicking the link. So once you touch the link, or if you scan the QR code, they are able to take the remote access of your account, which like Paytm or Paytm kind of accounts. They can make the payments out of it. That is one type of scams are happening around there. And the second one, and the third one is dating and romance are increasing multiple level. Comparing to the normal days, during this COVID time, there is a lot of teens as well as the adults are spending more time in online, and they are more onto chanting and as well as chatting. They are doing a lot of online chatting things. Dating sites like Tinder and other social medias, even in the Hello and other activities which is already banned, TikTok and those things also, people has been tend to connect with people, and did a lot of romance out of it. In that, there is a lot of impersonation are happening, and the males as well as females are doing a lot of crimes on it, like they start engaging with you, and they start a emotional relationship in the platform itself, and then trying to blackmail you or get some data which is your personal or your private photos or something like that, and then start blackmailing you. That kind of things are happening, we are seeing every day. And the next one what is happening is charity kind of activities, like there is a lot of recently the who also announced that in the name of who also there is a lot of fake charity websites has been hosted, and they have been trying to steal money from the lot of companies as well as the celebrities, like so that's kind of charities are happening, fake things. And investments, like this segment is have a little bit interest, where the people who are into the investment and stocks, in that segment, the people are focusing on to put where they can put money on it. They are putting a huge offers, or some beneficial kind of ads or a personal email. So through that, they're trying to put some transaction through uh, this medium. That's one thing. And the jobs and employment is basically here the government is announcing a lot of temporary posts and as well as the permanent posts. By using this, there is a lot of fraudster are engaging into the they are the mediators for this, or they are the consultant for this particular activities, and they are engaging into the crimes. So why I'm telling these much crimes are here is there is a lot more scams are happening, and crimes are evolving. I just want to give you some enlightened idea how what is happening around us during this pandemic time. There is one more thing we can say, that it is an info pandemic also happening. There is a lot of fake news are uh, rolling around, and we are seeing there is a lot of problems happening through that. uh, what is cyber security is going to do with these kind of activities, these crimes, how we are going to uh, prevent ourselves from these kind of crimes. The primary thing we can tell that the main thing is we should be aware what is happening around us. The awareness is very much important here. And here you can see that the amount which has been lost, and the category of the scams, what are the categories are here. You can see that the maximum scams, the huge amount of money is looted by the investment scams. Why? Because there is a companies are getting looted by that way. And individuals who is interested in the stocks and other investments, they are majorly losing money. It's around 25 million dollars has been lost. And the next to it, we can see that dating and romance sites, there with that there is a lot of crimes happening. It's more than 15 million dollars. The scams are happening, the crimes value too. And the threat to life, the blackmailing, and the other activities, or it's coming around a $5 million. You see that what other scams are happening around, and how financially it's affecting people. You can look around it. How we are going to be face or safeguard ourselves is, the first thing is you have to be verified whatever the data you are getting through you. Verify from multiple sources. Don't just think if some offers or mail is coming to you, don't believe that. Utterly just go to it. Verify with your resources in online, as well as if something is coming in the name of investment, or something coming in terms of job employment, just first you should go to the particular government or the private company's website, and then you have to verify that whether it's there or not. So if you see something in your mail or in your ad, if something is coming up, you think you want to get that, there is no problem in that. But you have to make such a decision by uh, choose it and open the concerned company's website and make whatever the transactions in there. Don't directly click that particular link or the ad and just go and make a payment. That is the concern we have to always keep in mind. And other activities, always keep your antivirus and other malware scanning systems are up to date, and your system up to date. These are the primary things you have to do. Then what is the market size of cybersecurity in India? If you see, the overall value is going to be 400 billion by 2026, and last year it's 150 billion. So because we are addressing the college students, I just want to focus more on this area and what are the opportunities we do have in cybersecurity, and how the students can be engaged in it, as well as the manage how they can be participated in it and help the students to get into the right path. We can discuss something on that. uh, Primary, when you talk about cybersecurity, it's only for corporates. That word cybersecurity itself, a long time back, like 2015 itself, 15 around, if you say only the corporate companies will think about the cybersecurity, because there is at least a 10 to 15, 20 percentage of the their budgeting will be in the cybersecurity part. There is a lot of investment in the infrastructure as well as for the training to the employees. So the SME sector, the backbone of Indian economic, we could say, in business, the SME sectors are the biggest contributor to the Indian business segment. In that, now it's mandatory for the SMEs to get into cybersecurity to make it 100% hygiene for them. So the market is increased like anything. The opportunity is crossed like what we thought before. There is a survey that stated that by 2020 itself, in India alone, we need 1 million cybersecurity professionals. But as per HRD, we just have a 50,000 uh, professionals only in India by 2018. By 2020, we might see that around 1 lakh professionals, we could say, but we need 1 million cybersecurity professionals. The universities or the colleges has to look into it and help the students to bring them into the cyber path. That is very mandatory, and we have to look around it. How the path cybersecurity path going to be happen is, first thing we have to look at what the students and what the market is need and what the student is have. That's the prime thing we have to look around. The current education system or the syllabus which the universities or the colleges which is are hosting is they're giving us some knowledge about the cybersecurity, but as a industry of people, we could say that they are not up to the mark. What we are feel actually, the student has to perform certain activities at least to engage into it, so that we the management the companies can calibrate them into the next level to make them more grow and the company as well to grow. But the students capabilities or capacity, they are more into the theory part, and when come to the practical or technical establishment level, there is a lot of lacking into it. And we are always addressing this, the managements to look over it and supporting them. I hope the colleges and universities are doing a lot of activities out of it, and we suggest them to take certain courses or certifications to make them more engageable into it, to more knowledge onto it. And we recommend them to take internships in the companies to make them more aware on the work in the working environment, to make themselves more safe into it. And here, if you see the scams rating, why I'm collaborating here, the market size as well as the scams are here are increasing. Like starting from the system analyst and malware analyst and information analyst, these are the job posts which is already having a lot of opportunities for the freshers. They can directly join to it by having some certain knowledge out of it, whether they can able to engage with the work environment as well as some practical knowledge. If they have, the companies are very much ready to calibrate them and take it to the next level. When come to the let's come to the session, like here, how we can grasp this opportunity. Like 1 million professionals are needed, but we are not reaching, not even closer to that. We are still lagging into that. How the students and the cybersecurity market is going to be helped at this pandemic. The first thing, everything became the online, and everything now happening in remote. There is a lot. There is a few corporates have announced by 2025 we are going to be completely work from home. They are coming into start practicing that model now itself, and they are planning to do work from home. There comes, there is a lot of opportunities for the who is trying to get into other thing like startups. You start your in other testings, cybersecurity testings and other areas. There is a lot of areas to explore. You can start into it and you can start your ventures, and we can take it further on it. So that's how I can see the opportunities in the cybersecurity for the students. Uh, Praveen, we can engage with certain activities with students so that I can take it further.
Okay, sir. Okay. Actually, your voice is breaking, sir. Somewhat data rate is.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Praveen,
Yes.
we can ask the students to ask some questions on that. If they have any doubt, we can go ahead and we can start on our steps.
So just you continue, sir. Then we can finally ask the questions in question answer sessions.
No, yeah, I'm just actually literally concluding it because students, I'm thought of adding a discussion on the cybersecurity startup. That's it. Hello.
It's able to hear me? Yeah. You? Hello? Hello?
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Your voice is not heard properly.
Hello.
I guess there is some data rate issue.
Hello, Praveen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Now, sir? It's able to hear you? Hello? Hello, sir? Just wait a minute, sir.
Praveen, I think he got disconnected.
Ma'am? Iman, sir?
Praveen sir, you
Now,
joined us again.
Yeah.
Rex sir, can you hear us?
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yes, sir. You can continue with the session, sir.
I think Praveen, the students can ask the questions here. We can start with that. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Praveen sir, do you have any questions?
Sir, we have only one question. What is DNS and DNS protection?
What is domain name servers? Yeah.
What is DNS and what is DNS protection?
Okay. So that's what their question now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, domain name is a DNS is a domain name system where like your name, we can say that if you have a website, you should have a domain name, right? Like how you are addressing your name, the same way the domain name is there. Instead of your IP address, we cannot like memorize each IP address so that the name coming up, which is resembling your IP address, whatever the domain name you have, it will be assigned to an IP. That is what the domain name. That's what the domain name system all about. Okay. So what is domain name? What is DNS protection is, um, there is a risky activity for business if any of the domain has been hijacked. Okay, like domain name hijacking is there, like they can take control over your domain, and that with that they can making your business inaccessible or making reputation damage to your business. So this is the basically the problem with the domain name hijacking. So how you can make the protections enabled here by giving the basically the uh, domain name protection mechanism, like you can enable the CN controls. Okay, with that you can make it more secure, and the using the connections like HTTPS and other SSL connections, you can make sure the tunnel is secure. And by enabling the web systems, web system means your application firewall, web application firewalls, it will help to make sure anything which is happening inside your website or your application should not interfere your by bypassing into your system. So we can take it on that way.
Thank you, sir. And the next question would be, what are the opportunities for the entrepreneurs looking at the intersection of cybersecurity and crypto?
Okay, crypto. Uh, when it comes to the entrepreneurship, there is a lot of schemes now enabled in the Indian government, as well as globally. We see there is a lot of investments are happening on cybersecurity phase. Okay, uh, particularly when it comes to the cryptocurrencies or crypto coins, we can say that now India is liberated. Now we are in a neutral stage, and there is certain judgments are stating that we are allowing Bitcoin and other things, but not yet cleared those things. Uh, the first thing is the privacy law, which is going to become roll around in India, which is going to be the biggest problem very soon for all the businesses, because now all the data which we are utilizing is up to certain extent the privacy is violated. We are allowing it to. Why? Because we don't have a proper law for it, which stands for it. When it comes to cyber security, the business opportunities here, there is a lot of business opportunities are coming up in data production, as well as when these things are coming up. The first thing is the blockchain, which will help you to bring the data productions, and the cryptocurrencies. Whatever the problem with the crypto coins or currencies are their anonymity. Uh, if you are able to bring a proper ledgering system where you can know, or where you're able to trace back something like that if transaction is happening, that's going to be the huge thing for the government, as well as in terms of business. That will become a big opportunity. And second, now we've seen the as well as the Zoom we are talking, where there is a lot of conspiracy happened, the security problems were there, and as well as we already blocked 59 applications like TikTok from all the UC browser to scam scanner. In that space, what you can play, or what is the need we have now currently in it. So if a application developer is coming up, he's developing an application. How, if you are starting a company, how you are going to be helped them in terms of he's having a small budget. There is the budget also plays a biggest role in entrepreneurship. You have to think over it. There is a small level of company, medium level of company, and the corporate level of companies, and MNCs are there. We have a huge crowd of small level of companies. So whether you are going to be helped them, or who is your customer, you have to plan something around it. And if you are thinking that small size companies, they have a certain budgeting. So if you are able to provide services for them in a minimal pricing, you are having a biggest opportunity out there. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what should be done if you are a startup in cybersecurity?
If you're a startup in cybersecurity, first thing you have to tell what you are going to do. That's the prime thing. You have to be very clear on your mission, and what you are going to deliver for a customer. Because cybersecurity is a vast segment, and it has a huge opportunity. There is a lot of players also there. Where you are going to be stand? That's very important. See, let's take cyber security services in the web application security. Let's keep it in this way. In web application security, you are giving a service, whether you can be a service provider or a product company. Whether you can come up with a product which is going to be give web application security, and you can go around with that, or you can give us a service provider who is provides service cyber security service for enabling security in web applications, and you can go ahead with it. It's based on what you are going to deliver and how you are going to deliver. That's going to be speak at the end of the day. Because whatever you do, your customer is the king there. He's going to say yes, I'm happy or not. At that moment, you will decide. You will know exactly what to do. You have to be very crisp on what you are delivering and how you are delivering. That is the primary thing. Not only cyber security, whoever is starting a company or whatever the segment, they have to be very conscious of it.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is discuss some cybersecurity startup ideas.
That is what we are talking from the beginning. See, so let's take file sharing. Okay, so there is a lot of companies are doing it. Still, we are having a huge demand for file sharing mechanism, file sharing system. We have a huge demand in India itself. Let's see. Let's take your college at large. For an example, okay, in your college itself, you want to share a file, okay, but you have your FTP system, or if you have a local file system, in that if you are sharing, but you cannot sure 100% whether it's share or not, but anybody can hijack it. And you have to know, you have you have to be very clear how the data has been shared, or how who is accessed and how it is accessed, and who is monitoring it, what level of monitoring is there, and if some violations are happening, how it is going to be handled, whether it's going to be automatically or any man intervention is there. These kind of parameters we can think for the file sharing itself. You can policize it, and then you can process it as a product, and you can deliver it. In that, you can exercise something out of it.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is tell some real time case studies in cybersecurity.
Yeah, thank you. Well, let me tell you one thing, which is we worked for 3 days, sorry, 7 days before, which means last week we worked on a case where there is a IT people. They are actually during this pandemic they have started a homegrown business like textile business. They made a online selling through Facebook marketplace is there. No? They started selling a lot of textiles there, like shirts, t-shirts, and jeans, those kind of things they are selling. What happened is there is a guy came up with, they have a lot of goods and he want to sell to them. Okay, because their marketing is picking up, he's seeing it. He's a guy want to buy, sorry, he's the guy want to bulk purchase. He's asking for 100 pieces of jean, like that kind of things. The order is coming up, everything goes well, all the negotiations and everything is came done, and finally when come to the payment, is our client said he asked him to make the payment to the bank account directly. So he says, yeah, I don't have a provision now because I can't go to the bank now, but I can make a payment through Paytm. That's what he said. Okay. So when the payment session coming up, what usually you do when Paytm is happening, whether you through your mobile number or the link you are sharing with them, the payment link, you can do it. So he has to share it actually. So what he is saying, he's saying that I will share you the QR code. You just scan it so that you get a payment immediately. That's what he stated. That our client got suspicious and he want to work on it. So what happened is, luckily he haven't scanned it, and he came with us. There is a lot of people are start scanning it and they lose money out of it. Once you scan it, there is an option in it that the remote access of the account. So they are hijacking your account through that and looting money out of it. So these kind of scams are happening, which is we encountered last week itself. And luckily there is no amount lost, and there is a lot of people. We have live cases which we are working currently also. They lost money more than 50-60,000 are looted there.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what are the current trends in cybersecurity and what are the business opportunities in cybersecurity ethical hacking?
Ethical hacking. The current trend, you can say that like the courses what you are do, you can do ethical hacking like CE hacks, or you can do My 2, or you can do CompTIA Security Plus or Pentest Plus, whatever the courses you do it. There is no question in that. The only thing is what kind of knowledge you are getting out of it is very important. You can tell that yes, I'll learn this course, but what's your delivery is end of the day is very important. And the opportunity in ethical hacking or the current cybersecurity is there is something called DevOps, there is something called DevSecOps is there. So these things are enabling the security in the time of development itself. See, basically how the previously happened is the people will develop the application and they test it, then it comes for the security testing and the security activities. But now the DevOps segment is coming up. The mechanism is helping the developing time itself. We are engaging the security people into it and making the security things fix up. So that segment is growing like anything. I think people students who is trying to get into the job, they can think over it. And on terms of business opportunities, there is a lot of cyber security service segment. There is a huge demand in healthcare, in education segments, in IoT. There is a huge demand is there. The people who is interested in starting a company, they can look around it.
Thank you, sir. The next question to you is, do you agree that it is an urge to set up an autonomous organization for enforcement of cybercrimes by the cybersecurity force in all states and central?
Can you please come again?
Do you agree that it is an urge to set up an autonomous organization for enforcement of cybercrimes by the cybersecurity force in all states and central?
I think yes, it's mandatory. It is there. I think it's already happening now. It is happening with the police department, and you know the cybercrime portal of India, right? Cybercrime.gov.in, where you can file a complaint online itself. There it will be segregated. You can file if you are facing a problem in Delhi, you can file a complaint from here itself if you face any problem. So it has it's all the opportunities in there, and anonymously you can do the complaint also. It will be reported and it will be you will get a response out of it, which is happening. But there is an autonomous body. Yeah, it's always good if you have an autonomous body in every state, because the crime rate is increasing like anything. We are seeing a huge surge in it. So we always happy, and we recommended that also. So I'm agree with that.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, what are all the risks while starting as an entrepreneur in cybersecurity?
It's a nice question. The risk is the first thing is uh, it's first your mindset. You have to be stable on what you are going ahead. I'm talking about your business. You can lose any time, and you will learn through it. You have to be very passionate on it, and you have to be very dedicated, and you have to be honest to you. That's the only thing which going to help you. And secondly, in terms of finance handling, that is the biggest problem. When now the reason the current generation entrepreneurs, where they are missing, the youngsters are missing out, is handling the cash flow. That's where they are missing a lot of cash. They don't they you have to learn first where to spend, where not to spend, and you have to know where to say no. We can say yes to anybody, but you have to know where to say no. That is only going to save you from unwanted spending, as well as the unwanted which is not related to your business or whatever it is. You have to know how to say no clearly. That's the thing. That's the first thing the entrepreneur has to be look around, and they have to be stick to their passion, and they have to very stick to their motive in it.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, explain a real time scenario what you faced while starting up.
Okay, we started at 2015. Okay, in Chennai only we have started it. So once we started, I actually came from a background where there is no business people are there. We have no idea. I'm a first generation entrepreneur. Where I have seen that I have no idea how business works. That's the first problem I faced. I have no clue at all how the business is happening, how it is happening, and I don't know how to fix a pricing for a product or a service which I am doing. So there is a lot of groundwork I have to do for that, and I have done that. And sometimes we have done a work which value of a lakh for thousands, and in that way it was happened. In a hard way we have learned, and later on we have done a lot of research and our work research works. We learn a lot of stuff through the clients. We learned a lot. The first thing is you have to be very clear on your idea, because there is a lot of people, your adjacents, your colleagues, your friends, your family will tell you that it's not going to work. That's the first thing. Any entrepreneur who is stepping into the entrepreneurship, they have to be very clear on it. They can succeed or they can do it. There is nothing wrong about failing. There is nothing wrong on it. The only thing is whether you are getting up and start doing the thing and going ahead. That is you, whether you are stepping into the next step. That is very important. That's the thing. There's whoever stepping into the entrepreneurship very conscious about, they have to look around. That is what I faced. That is was the biggest hurdle I have crossed around till now. That is the thing I could say.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is, discuss the platforms available for cybersecurity with some examples.
Platform in the sense what you're mentioning around, uh, whether you're telling about domains or something in a learning segment.
They mentioned it such a way, sir. Is this discuss the platforms available for cybersecurity with some examples?
Let me take this in the way that platforms where they can learn cybersecurity. Okay, I will take it in that way, and I am answering in that way. That like you can start from Coursera. Okay, you can start from Coursera. There is a lot of courses are there. Simply Learn is there, and uh, there is an like CompTIA is out there, its own online platform. You can go around it. Uh, I could suggest that's these are enough. We can go ahead on that. The Simply Learn has a good scheme around it. Coursera have its good courses around it. We can go around it. Like CompTIA, we have seen that they have certain graded course which is have some value on it. People can try on that.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is, how to develop a business model in this A domain?
In this, okay. See, business model is it's compromise of 8 things. Okay, basically, where is the if a demand is there, the supply is going to be there. That is the basic of business. If a demand is there, we are going to supply it. So how the demand is going to be there, and how we are going to be do it. There is something called Harvard Business Review. You people can check out on that as well. Harvard Business Review, they have given a business model scheme where you can see all the things. What is the where is the demand is there, how we are going to be do it, what people like it, and what's the spending around it, what's your unique value in it, and based on there is a 8 input value they have given it. If you refer to that, that is more than 1,000 entrepreneurs, which is the top business tycoons are involved in it. The researchers involved in it, they created that business model. I personally recommend people can go through it and use it, and that is the best way for the creating a workable business model for any business.
That was the last question asked, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. We have another question.
Yeah, please.
Do you see post-COVID startups will have a different strategy during early phase? Mention a few.
See,
Should I repeat, sir?
yeah, please.
Do you see post-COVID startups will have a different strategy during early phase? Mention a few.
See, if you see Facebook, if you see Instagram, these guys, whoever the tycoons in business, unicorns in now, or the people who started at the time of 2008 uh, depression, okay, the economic uh, depression time. Now we are in the economic depression. Now, as per the survey or analytics, which is predicted, the companies who is going to be the next unicorns going to be born hereafter. Okay. Here, the new strategy is, we can see that there is a lot of new opportunities that came up. See, as in business, if any problems rises, pandemic like this, if anything coming up, there is a business is there for sure. There is a problem. There is a lot of problems that came up now while people are working from home. There is a lot of activities that are happening through home. Now how there is a lot of business opportunities everywhere. So online education is previously is there but not up to this level. Now it's evolved like anything. It's going to be it's going to be changed the entire uh, online education system. Even the education system itself, it going to be affect like anything, because after this there is a lot of universities are thinking about starting a courses in online only. Okay, so in that way it's happening. We can take it as that as a current example for the strategy itself. You can teach in India itself. You can teach for a student in Australia. They don't have to come to India. You can do it. You can ask, which is it is already available. Yes, it is there, but the the things which is happening, the materials now we are going to be produced, the way of communication which is happening through the platforms is comparing to previous now, it's completely dramatically changed. So that's the example I could say in education medium.
Thank you, sir. And the next question is, can you list out some cybersecurity code learning books?
Books. I don't think I know a book in code learning. Uh, just Google it. We do it. If you're into, if you're trying to do learning in cybersecurity for coding, go with OSAP top 10 and security code mechanisms they have given is. Just follow that. That will help you out. If you're going for mobile development, that is also given in OSA. You follow that, that will help you. Whatever the language you learn, even Kotlin, if you go for R, if you go for Julia, whatever you learn, you can learn it, but learn side by side the security code mechanism. You can refer to OSA where you can learn the security coding mechanisms. That will help you for the better output. I
Thank you,
think
sir. The
I
last,
covered. Yeah, yeah. Final question, huh?
yes, the last question is, how does the cybersecurity plays a role in real world?
Okay, we are talking now. Okay, it's an application. Through that, we are talking. It's intended for we both. You are talking to me, and I am talking to you. This conversation has to be product, right? In that way, or with this circle, with whoever will sign up with us. In that circle, it has to be good. It's an education portal. Okay, it's fine. If a person who is not associated with this community, who is entering into it and disturbing you, that's a problem. Okay, that's a physical problem. If it is a classroom, if someone is coming entering into the classroom and shouting at you or shouting at us, that's a physical problem. You can hold it. But the same scenario, if you put it in online, the third person is an intermediary is coming up and it start doing disturbances. That's a security problem, right? That's how. So one thing is it's a disturbance to class, and second thing is how is intruding into the session. That's the biggest security threat. It's education conversation. Okay, it's up. The level of security is medium. Okay, if it is a corporate, it's a high level of security issue. So this is how the practically it's going to be involved. Security is going to be everywhere now, because if you have an internet, the security is mandatory at there. Whatever thing, wherever you are using internet, it's going to be, because now we are getting into smart homes, we are getting into smart cities. So where the lot of data is going to be flow, the machines going to be interact with them. So if any machines miscommunicate with the controls, you're doomed. So the security has to be play a major role in all the places. So that is how in the real life the security is very very important to you.
That was the last question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Praveen, I'm hand over to you.
Yes, sir. Kirtana?
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 Okay,
Hello?
no problem. Let me start.
Hello.
Kirtana,
Thank you,
yes.
sir.
Continue.
Thank you, sir. It was an illuminating session. Now, I humbly welcome Dr. G. Rohini Ma'am, Lab Affairs, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Kirtana. On behalf of Department of ECE, St. Joseph Institute of Technology, St. Joseph Group of Institutions, it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks. I am Dr. Rohini, feel proud and honored to spill the word of thanks to the vibrant guest, Mr. Rex, is the founder and Chief Executive Officer of Rex Cyber Solution Private Limited and also the Chief Trainer at Hextech Lab for immensely benefiting us by his inspiring speech on COVID-19 and cybersecurity. Thank you, sir, for sharing your views towards type of scams and business opportunities in cybersecurity in a very magnificent way. My heartfelt thanks to our beloved chairman, sir, Managing Director, ma'am, Director, sir, and Principal, sir, for their guidance in conduction of this program. I would like to thank all the participants from various colleges for their active participation. I would also like to thank our head of the department and organizing team for arranging the webinar within a short course. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Rex.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kitna.
Last but never the least, I thank all the student faculties across India and other countries for their active participation. This series will be continued tomorrow by another eminent speaker, Dr. N. Asogan, Director, Society for Educational and Entrepreneurship Development at 2 p.m. I request the interested participants to register for tomorrow's webinar via the same link. And also, today is the last day to submit the innovation ideas. Interested participants, kindly submit your ideas by PPT or PDF via the same link